Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. And happy Thanksgiving. Well, at least it's Thanksgiving while I'm filming this. We're actually going to be headed out to my sister's house in a little bit where we're going to celebrate Thanksgiving with my family. And then we're off to check out the new movie, Devotion. Now, Devotion tells the story of two pilots during the Korean War, like right at the beginning of the Korean War. And I'm interested in this movie. First, I do like a good war movie. Some of my favorite old films are dedicated to World War II. And also, there's not a whole lot out there about the Korean War. So that's another thing I'm interested in. I mean, there's a good reason why we call it the Forgotten War, because, well, we don't ever talk about it now, do we? So I'm interested in seeing what this story is all about. All right, guys, well, that's all I got. It's time for me to head out, eat some turkey, have some pumpkin pie, and then I'm off to see the new movie, Devotion. We're back, just getting home from checking out the movie Devotion, and guys, this was a great film. This was a very, very good film. Now, it is based on true events. I do not know exactly how accurate this is to history, but wow, this is a very good and powerful film. Okay, so I'm going to get off with my one negative, and then I'm going to move on to all of my positives. And the negative in this film is just that the first act in this film really feels like it's dragging along pretty hardcore. You're kind of just waiting for things to happen. Now, it is important, don't get me wrong, because during the first part of this movie, you get a lot of the character development, you get a lot of the plot, and things of that sort. It does need to be kind of a quiet, slow start to this film, and it doesn't suck or anything like that. It does not drag this movie down or anything. It's just kind of a slow start. But then by the second act, man, things really start going. And that's it. That's my only negative I have on this film, is just a little bit of slow pacing at the get-go. Alright, so on to the positives of this film. The first thing I want to talk about is the acting in this movie. The movie has some phenomenal acting. Jonathan Majors and Glen Powell do excellent jobs in the lead roles in this film. Both of them deliver fantastic performances, but I do have to say that if I had to pick somebody who did an outstanding job in this film, it is definitely Jonathan Majors. And what a boom he's having lately, isn't it? I mean, he gets off of doing Loki, right? And then, I don't know, I think he did something in between there, I'm not sure. And then here we have this film, and then he's going on to do Ant-Man and Wasp and whatever that's called, and Green Screenville or whatever that is. And then he's also going to be in Creed 3. So Jonathan Majors, it looks like he is really starting to hit the scene in a big way. And in this movie, he really shows us exactly why he's hitting this big screen in a big way. The other thing is the special effects in this movie are absolutely gorgeous. They really do an excellent job of blending in the CG with the environments to really make it look real. There's a couple of parts where, yeah, you can tell, okay, this looks slightly video game-ish, but I mean, come on, CG is not perfect and it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be something just a little off. So other than that, this movie was outstanding. The dogfight scenes in this movie are awesome, and the cinematography is gorgeous. They really, really take advantage of all of the cool mountains. I'm not sure if this was actually filmed in Korea, but oof, those mountains are gorgeous, and they really add to the movie. Okay, so honestly, this film is an excellent, excellent movie. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. Like I said, a little slow, but then once it starts going, man, it really goes and it really delivers. This is one of those movies I would not be surprised if I saw it come the award season. Somewhere down the line, this movie's going to get nominated for something. That's just my opinion, but I really hope to see it out there. And the story, I almost forgot. The story of this film also is based on true events. It's a very different kind of war story, honestly. And you know, normally when you see a war movie, it focuses either on like a group, a platoon, or something like that. This film specifically focuses on two people, and that's our two lead characters. And that's it. It's mostly about their friendship and, you know, the trials and tribulations that these two go through during the time of the Korean War. And then it's just kind of like the Korean War is honestly more of a backdrop. I mean, believe me, it's going on, and there are some things that they bring into it for the, you know, for history buffs and all of that. But realistically, this movie really focuses on the two main characters more than it does anything else, and I like that. I think that it gave the film a lot more depth, and it made the story a lot more personal. It seemed more heroic, I guess you could say. Okay, guys, well, that's all I got for you. This is an absolutely solid film. I say get out there, check this movie out in big screens. Charming Amy and I saw this in what's called the AMC Prime Theater, which is like an IMAX level big old screen with super surround sound, and then sometimes your seat shakes from the sound and craziness like that. And this movie was a lot of fun watching it in there. It really made you feel like you were in the cockpit with those guys. Okay, guys, well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for checking out The Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. And if there's another thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.